What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Brennan Taylor. It's been 1 month since her death and still no charges against those police officers that came inside her apartment with a no-knock warrant and went into her bedroom and shot her 8 times while she lay sleeping in her bed. Now they're trying to smear her name and get her ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover, to say that, oh man, this is sick. Say that Brennan Taylor was part of an organized crime syndicate trafficking drugs in Louisville. Now they already got charges against her ex-boyfriend. They got drug trafficking charges and gun charges. He's looking at 10 years. So they trying to get him to plea bargain and say that she was a part of this organized crime syndicate trafficking drugs in Louisville, and that would get his potential sentence of 10 years reduced to probation. But give Jamarcus Glover credit for standing on his square and not selling out and saying, no, my ex-girlfriend was not a drug lord. She was not a drug kingpin. She was not Pablo Escobar. She was not that. When the police officers was inside Brennan Taylor's apartment, they found no drugs, no money, and no guns. Now they're trying to get the ex-boyfriend to lie so they can sweep this situation up under the rug and get off scot-free. But it's not going to happen because the ex-boyfriend standing on his square is not going to sell out and sell out Brennan Taylor's memory and sell out Brennan Taylor's family. This is absolutely disgusting what they're trying to do. It's absolutely disgusting. I asked the DA, brother of Louisville, what is the holdup? You was on CBS News this weekend with old Gail. That's Oprah best friend. And you told him that you're still investigating the Brennan Taylor's murder. And you'll hopefully come to some kind of conclusion in the coming weeks and coming months. But you said you was waiting on some kind of forensic evidence to come back, and you trying to digest that, and it's going to take a little bit more time. This is a black and white case. The police had a no-knock warrant because they surveilled Brennan Taylor's ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover, in January. And he was at Brennan Taylor's apartment, picked up a package, and took it to a known drug home, a known drug house, according to the Louisville Police Department. And that's why they got the no-knock warrant and came through, busted through her apartment, and shot her as she lay sleeping in her bed 8 times. Now, say all this stuff was true. Just for the sake of saying, even though it ain't. Just say, yeah, there was drugs in the house. It was guns in the house. It was money. Ill-gotten money in the house. Say all that's true. Why would you go in there and start busting caps while she laid sleeping in her bed? That's the question I ask anybody that's trying to say that this was some kind of legitimate raid, and just things went wrong, and the cops are sorry and just let them go home, and that's that. No. Even if that was the case, that's those 3 things were in the house. You go inside the house, it's no threat. You go to the bedroom or where she was sleep in her bed, she was no threat. You go in there, you command her to wake up. Wake up, put your hands up, but put your hands behind your back. You arrest her and you take her down to the jail station. And that's that. If, later it would have been found out that she wasn't a drug kingpin, she didn't have no drugs in the house, and then you give apologies to her and her family, and you hope that they don't file civil charges against you and your police department. That's what you should have done. But you did the opposite. You went in there trigger happy and shot an innocent woman 8 times. And now the Louisville Attorney General is twiddling his thumbs, looking out for what's best for him and his political aspirations, instead of finding justice and finding the truth, and that is Breonna Taylor was murdered in cold blood. And that's just the God honest truth. And for anybody to try to challenge me on that, that just show me where your heart is and what your mindset is. It ain't about Democrat and a Republican. This ain't a political situation. You want to drop messages in my comment section and say, oh, you're just part of the radical left. You crazy. You're wacko and this and that. Try to bring politics in this. This ain't got nothing to do with no politics. I don't care nothing about a Democrat and a Republican at this point in time. It's all about what's right and what's wrong. Just like in the Jacob Blake situation. Breonna Taylor was murdered. And it's time for those cops to be held accountable, all of them. And the cop that pulled the trigger and shot her 8 times, he needs to pay the piper too. He needs to be held accountable for his actions too. That's just the bottom line, man. This is absolutely disgusting, man. Breonna Taylor's lawyer, Sam Aguilar, said that, look, they're trying to make Breonna Taylor a co-defendant in an investigation involving drugs. It's absolutely disgusting, and I agree with him. It is absolutely disgusting. It's ridiculous. I like I said again, I salute Jamarcus Glover for standing on his square and not selling out. And because it'd be easy for anybody. You looking at 10 years, and then you're not gonna do no time, get probation. A lot of people would have jumped on that and said, well, she already dead. Ain't nothing we can do about that, but I got to save me. I got to save myself. I don't want to do no 10 years. I could be at home, If the man got kids, I could be at home with my kids or whatever, my family. But now, give him credit for standing on this square. It's much bigger than 10 years. This is about what's right and what's been going on for 400 years. With this crime that's committed against the black race. It's been going on for 400 years. And I give Jamarcus Glover credit for not selling out and saying, no, I'm not going to do that, because that's not true. My ex-girlfriend was not a drug kingpin, was not a drug lord. She was a lady that was that worked in the medical field. And she was a person that made an honest living. This wasn't no drug home. This was not no apartment that was drug infested. Was a place that her ex-boyfriend did his business and conducted his illegal activities. That was not the case. And I'm glad that Jamarcus Glover did not sell her out. So what I want to let you guys know, that Breonna Taylor, hopefully her death will not be in vain. And hopefully that charges will be brought against these corrupt and racist officers in Louisville. And hopefully the Louisville Attorney General will do what's right and shortly bring charges to those officers. We'll see what happens, and we'll see what transpires. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the Louisville prosecutors trying to smear Breonna Taylor's name through her ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover. And credit to Jamarcus Glover again, that he did not go for the old bait and switch. Did not go for the old banana in the tailpipe and sell his ex-girlfriend out to dry. Let me know what you think in the comment section about Breonna Taylor's situation, man, and let me know what you think, man. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, man. Let me know what you think. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. Stay woke.